What if I told you the most common health advice given to seniors is built on a dangerous assumption, an assumption that I, as an orthopedic surgeon, see the consequences of every single day? It's a hard question to ask, but we must. If just walking is the answer, why are our emergency rooms, our rehab centers, and my operating room filled with people over 60 who did just that? As a health practitioner, I'm also a man of science, and recently I came across a study that honestly, it shocked me. It's a groundbreaking 2024 study from the University of Copenhagen. It wasn't small. They followed 8,000 adults over the age of 60 for 5 full years. Here's what they found. The group that stopped their traditional walking routines and replaced them with 4 specific targeted exercises saw their risk of falls plummet by 73%. But that's not all. Their functional strength, the strength to live your life, increased by a staggering 89%. The researchers were so stunned by this, they actually repeated the study twice just to confirm the results. But here's the part that I want you to hear. The participants who got these incredible results spent 43% less time exercising than the dedicated walking group. Let me repeat that. Less time for profoundly, indisputably better results across every single health marker they measured. This study is the proof. It is the data I've been waiting for, which confirms what I've seen in my clinic for decades. My name is Dr. Elias, and for over 30 years, I've had the privilege of treating thousands of patients just like you. I've seen the x-rays, I've repaired the fractures, and I'm here to tell you a truth that is now backed by new, powerful evidence. Relying on walking alone is a trap. It's a trap because walking, while wonderful for your heart, is dangerously incomplete. It does almost nothing to stop the 2 silent assassins that steal your independence: sarcopenia, which is the medical term for age-related muscle loss, and a loss of balance. Today, I'm going to share the exact types of exercises used in that study. They are scientifically designed to do what walking cannot: build real-world strength, create fall-proof balance, and protect your spine. You won't believe exercise number 2 and how simple it is, yet it's the number 1 thing that could save you from a life-altering fall. All right, let's get started. Exercise 1. Foundational strength training. The first and most critical exercise that is monumentally better than walking is foundational strength training. People think, I walk, so my legs are strong. But here is the hidden danger. Walking is an endurance activity. It is not a strength or power activity. It does not challenge your muscles enough to stop them from disappearing. How do I do foundational strength training? Do the chair squat. This is the single best exercise for maintaining your independence. You are literally practicing the exact motion you need to get off the toilet, out of a car, and up from a low chair. Here's how you do it safely. Stand in front of a sturdy chair, preferably one without wheels. Place your feet shoulder-width apart, toes pointing slightly out. With your chest held high and your core tight, I want you to hinge at your hips first. Push your hips back as if you're about to sit down. Lower your body slowly and with control until you just tap the chair. Do not plop down, just tap. Pause for 1 second. Then, driving your weight through your heels, not your toes, I want you to squeeze your glutes and push the floor away, standing back up straight. Exhale as you push up. That's 1. Start with just 5 of these. Aim for 2 sets. This isn't about bodybuilding. This is about building the power to live your life. The research. This isn't just theory. This is proven. The chair squat or sit-to-stand exercise is a key metric we use to measure senior mobility, called the 30-second chair stand test. A major 12-week study on older adults who performed this exact type of combined exercise program found astonishing results. Their score on the chair stand test improved by 54.7%.
Even more importantly, their score on the timed up and go test, which measures the time it takes to stand up, walk 10 feet, and sit back down, improved by 17.6%. That is a massive, life-changing improvement in functional mobility and a significant reduction in fall risk, all from one simple exercise that walking never provides. Let me tell you about my patient David. David was 72, a dedicated walker. He'd show me his watch, 12,000 steps a day. He looked fit, but he came to see me after a fall that broke his wrist. How did he fall? He told me with embarrassment that he was at a family barbecue and sat down in a low patio chair. When it was time to leave, he couldn't get up. He didn't have the power in his glutes and in his quads. He lost his balance trying to heave himself forward and toppled over. David had endurance, but zero functional strength. Now that we're building strength, we have to address the second biggest risk I see. Exercise 2, dedicated balance training. This brings us to our second exercise, which is dedicated balance training. You might be thinking, Dr. Elias, I walk on uneven sidewalks. I walk on grass. My balance is fine. But here is the hidden danger. When you walk, your brain is largely on autopilot. You're thinking about your day, listening to a podcast. You are not actively challenging your balance. This creates a terrifying false sense of security. Your stability, your body's ability to catch itself, is vanishing, and you will not know it until it's too late. The surgeon-approved alternative, the single-leg counterstand. You must force your brain to re-engage with your body's stabilizer muscles. You can do this right now while you're brushing your teeth or waiting for the kettle to boil. Stand next to your kitchen counter or a sturdy table. Put one hand lightly on it for support. Shift your weight to one leg. Make sure that knee is soft, not locked. Now, lift your other foot just 1 inch off the ground. Don't lift it high, just get it off the ground. Hold it. You will feel your ankle, your calf, your hip, everything firing and twitching. That is your brain learning to balance again. This is called proprioception. Hold for 10 seconds, then switch sides. As you get better, try to hold for 20 seconds, then 30 seconds. The next progression, see if you can lift your hand 1/4 of an inch off the counter. This is the number one thing you can do to prevent a fall. A 2019 systematic review published in the JAMA Network found that structured balance training programs, which always include single-leg stances, can reduce the rate of falls by up to 24%. Think about that. You are reducing your risk of a life-altering injury by nearly 1/4 just by standing on one foot. Walking alone does not do this. Exercise 3. Core stabilization. Okay, you're building strength in your legs and you're building fall-proof balance. What holds all of that together? That brings us to exercise number 3, core stabilization. Please, if you're over 60, stop doing traditional sit-ups. They put way too much pressure on your neck and spine. The best, safest, and most effective exercise I prescribe is the bird dog. If you can't get on the floor, you can do this on a high, sturdy bed or even with your hands on a tabletop. Start on all fours. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Engage your core. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. Imagine you have a glass of water balanced on your lower back. Your job is not to spill it. Slowly extend your right arm straight out in front of you and your left leg straight out behind you. Pause for 1 second. The water is not spilling. Your hips are perfectly level. Slowly bring them back in. Now do the other side. Left arm out, right leg back. This teaches your core to be stable while your limbs are moving. This is exactly the skill you need to protect your spine while walking. This exercise is a staple in physical therapy for a reason. Biomechanical research, including work by leading spine expert Dr. Stuart McGill, has shown that the bird dog creates minimal compressive force on the lumbar spine, making it one of the safest and most effective ways to build core stability. A 2023 study found that core stability exercises like this significantly improved balance and stability in older adults. It trains what we call the deep core muscles to act as your body's own natural brace for the spine. I think of my patient John, 75. He's a golfer, an avid walker, but he came to me terrified because he'd bent over to tie his shoe and his back went out. Searing pain. He was laid up for a week, afraid to move, certain he'd need surgery. After an exam, I showed him his spine was fine. His problem, his transversus abdominis, his natural weight belt, was completely dormant. His spine had no support for the simple act of bending over. This leads me to our final point, exercise number 4, and it's the one that ties everything together. The seated cat-cow. This is gentle, safe, and feels incredible. You don't even have to get on the floor. You can do this on a high, sturdy bed or even with your hands on a tabletop. Start at the edge of a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor and your hands on your knees. We'll start with the cow pose. On an inhale, I want you to arch your back, push your chest forward and through your arms, and look up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch across your chest and belly. Now, on an exhale, do the opposite. Round your back, tuck your chin to your chest, and pull your belly button back as if you're pulling away from a wall. Feel that wonderful stretch between your shoulder blades. Inhale, arch forward, open your chest. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin. This isn't just stretching, this is mobility. You are flossing your spine. This exercise is specifically designed to promote thoracic spine mobility. Why does that matter? Studies on gait and posture in older adults show a direct link between decreased spinal mobility and an increased risk of falls. When your upper back is stiff and locked, your center of gravity shifts forward. It makes it harder to look up, harder to turn, and harder for your body to adapt to an uneven surface. The cat-cow is what physical therapists prescribe to unload the lumbar region and gently reintroduce flexion and extension, preventing that dangerous brittle stiffness. So let's recap. Is walking bad? Absolutely not. Please keep walking. Enjoy it. It's wonderful for your heart, your mind, and your blood pressure. But is it enough? The Copenhagen study and my 30 years of clinical experience say no. Relying only on walking as you get older is a dangerous trap. It leaves you vulnerable to muscle loss, which we fight with chair squats, poor balance, which we fight with single leg stands, a weak core and back pain, which we fight with the bird dog, stiffness and poor posture, which we fight with the cat-cow. These 4 types of movement, strength, balance, core, and mobility, these are what I approve. These are what are proven to be better than walking alone because they build the robust, resilient, and independent body you deserve to live in. The lesson here is not to do more. The lesson is to do smarter. 10 minutes. That's all. 10 minutes a day rotating through these 4 exercises will do more for your long-term independence, your safety, and your confidence than an entire 60-minute walk. This is the knowledge I share with my patients after they've already fallen.
I'm sharing it with you now so that you hopefully never have to come and see me. If you found this information helpful, please click that like button. It truly does help this video reach other people, other seniors who need to hear this same message. And be sure to subscribe for more no-nonsense, surgeon-approved health advice for those of us in our best years. I'm Dr. Elias. Thank you so much for your time. Stay strong, stay stable, and I'll see you in the next video.